Hello. Good to see you, Gian. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. So yeah, I kind of had a wild day uh, last stream on day 4. Um, had a lot of issues with bots coming in, probably the most I've seen. So it was definitely a learning experience. Um, so yeah, so I have the VOD. This is just in general, just kind of a little, just a little update before I get into things. So I have the VOD unpublished for day 4. I just want to make some edits, and then I'm going to, because again we had a lot of issues with bots and stuff, and it was really sidetracking the stream. So I want to edit out a couple bits, and then I'm going to upload it and the other 3 days to my VOD YouTube channel, Nat Starlight VODs. And hopefully I can do that in the next couple days, if not at least by the end of this week. I want to get those up there because the VODs on Twitch will be expiring soon. So yeah. So last time, you're playing Blueprints. Nice. I still know like next to nothing about that game. I know it's like puzzly, obviously, but yeah, I really don't know anything. I just know it was like pretty beloved. I know I got a lot of like Game of the Year nods. By the way, let me know if all my audio sounds okay, especially the volume of my voice, if it's too quiet or too loud. I was kind of messing with my audio settings in OBS earlier, so I want to make sure everything is still kind of normal. Yeah, no, go for it. Yeah, yeah. Like, obviously don't like spoil it, but you know that, I know. But yeah, yeah. Sounds fine right now. Okay, cool. Because I'm just concerned my audio, my voice audio especially, is a little too quiet. I've kind of been listening to some of the VODs, and when I listen to them with my regular good headphones, it sounds okay. When I listen to it with my earbuds, it sounds a little too quiet, but it might just be because my earbuds are bad. Um, so yeah, so last time, basically, I found my way out of Deep Nest. I finally made my way back to the town and spent a lot of money. Let's see, what did I buy? I bought this finally, and what's cute is I noticed that it kind of appears on your character. So what I finally did is listening on your crappy. Okay, well that's probably good. Like if I still sound okay, on not the best speaker and stuff, then I'm hoping that's a good sign. So yeah, so what I finally did, actually a little earlier today, I finally read through all of this, so I'm caught up here, so I can check them as I get them. Um, Something I also tried to do last time is I was trying to rebind the controls because I was fighting a boss, and an issue I've run into, a bit of a control criticism with this game, is the focus and the cast button being tied to the same button. So basically, like, I will go to heal in the heat of a boss fight, but I'll just tap the A button instead of holding it down. Or maybe I'll like go to heal, but suddenly the boss is attacking me, so I want to dodge instead. So basically what ends up happening is I'll accidentally shoot my little projectile, and then it wastes my soul. And I wanted to see if I could change that, but I was talking about this at the end of last stream too, and I thought I'd try to do it off stream, but you can't change it. It looks like, because even if I remapped like this to say like the B button, you can't split up the focus and cast function. They're just tied to the same button no matter what. So I think it's just something you kind of can't change. So it's not a huge deal. Like I'm getting by. It just kind of messes me up in bosses sometimes. So yeah, you had to get used to it, and that's what I basically just kind of have to try to do. But when I was checking all that stuff, I was kind of like looking through the items I have too in my inventory. I didn't like make any progress in the game. I just was looking through the menus, and yeah, I noticed that like this actually, like, he's actually carrying my character's actually carrying it around, which is cool. So basically, yeah. So I made my way back to the town, bought some stuff. I bought that lantern. I think that was the only thing I bought. I think I bought maybe like the map of the mushroom area or something. And then I went back to the beginning area, and I was going to try to use this on the tram there. But I just got sidetracked, so I ran into, 1 second. Just wanted to take a little sip. So yeah, so I just like ended up in this other random direction, and I ran into this, I guess probably just optional boss that I basically got a little heart piece from, a mask shard, and it was the, what was it? It's in my list here. This thing. So this was actually the hardest boss in the game for me so far. Uh, Part of it was because I was distracted by the bot stuff, so I was a little kind of like off my game. But I don't know, it took like 10 plus tries. But I did get it in the end, and I was kind of thinking about it afterwards, and basically it was really just one attack it was doing that kept getting me, and it's when it shoots all this goop up in the air and then it all falls down. And they so basically like I was thinking about this, and I just think this is interesting from like a design perspective. Um, because when it shoots the goop down, there was like a tiny little gap that I could like squeeze into to avoid it. You know, the goop rain. There was like a little gap I could squeeze into to avoid it, but it was like I found it was just really difficult to do. And sometimes I just feel like there wasn't even a gap, or I just couldn't get there in time. And I was getting better at it. I was like getting in the zone. I was like getting in the gap. I was dodging it, but I was still just taking too much damage. Um, and then finally, you know, I kept thinking, like, I was like, there's got to be this game. This game has not been like this. This almost feels like a little cheap. The game just, it hasn't been like this so far. It's been really well designed. There's got to be something I'm missing. And, you know, maybe because it's optional, it just really is skill based. But I just felt like it was like really precise. So then I realized basically after it shoots the goop up, you could actually just dash over its head before the goop falls and just completely avoid it. And then as soon as I figured that out, I just immediately like beat the boss, and it like, you know, wasn't even bad. So I think like I think it's just an interesting design challenge, I guess. So basically like my slight criticism here would be because they did give me an opening in the goop to dodge it. I just got hung up on thinking that was the way. That's what I got to do. I got to get good at that. And that made me kind of like not look for the kind of obvious, not so obvious, like more like actual, much easier way to do it. Whereas if the goop had just been not dodgeable, I feel like I would have figured it out a lot quicker. But at the same time, I understand why the developers, the designers did it that way, because I think if they had just made it undodgeable, you know, it risks some players not figuring out the way to do it, and then it really feels cheap and really gets frustrating. So they wanted to give like a little bit of a little bit of leeway. So I get that, but it's kind of like, at least from in my experience, it made me kind of like not look for a better way to do it. So I just think that's an interesting, just a little interesting design quirk. I don't know. So anyway, you know, it's we got there in the end. We beat it. So that was good. Um, but let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I was thinking, I was like, I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but yeah, I think that's it. So anyways, we ended up not going to the tram. I just randomly found a completely new area, and that's where we are now, Crystal Peak. So I'm just going to keep going and explore this area. Oh, what? I looked away at chat for 2 seconds. Okay, so this is one of these deals. Okay, yep. This is in a lot of platformers, for sure. Oh, the animation on that looks cool, like the blur. I like that. Pink Salt Land? I don't even know what you're referring to, because like I literally just got here. I kind of like dashed through it because I just wanted to find the save. I know it's like some kind of like crystal mine or something. I do like the ambience right now, though. It's very vibey. Took a while. Alright, so there was a door on the right, a door on the left. Oh, cool. So this... I could have bought this, but I'm glad I didn't. Okay, this multiple. Fatty, rancid egg of an unknown creature emits a powerful stench of decay. Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha. Generally not considered edible. Alright. So I guess there's multiple of those. Figure out what that does later. Gotta like learn how to play this again. It's been a couple days. Perhaps it does. So something I love that I noticed at the end of the stream last time is like the pickaxe. It's like in tune with the music, it feels like. Or it feels like it has like a beat to it. Like it feels like it's part of the song. Part of the background music anyway. I love that. Crystal Hunter fires shards of fast-growing crystal at intruders. The sound design has been one of the highlights. It's honestly, it's one of the parts of the game that is like really surprised me. I knew I'd enjoy this game because I like Metroidvanias, and like I know it's one of the like most beloved Metroidvanias ever made at this point. Shit. I'm yapping, so I gotta pay attention when I'm in a fight. Yeah, I know it's like one of the most beloved Metroidvanias, so I knew I'd enjoy it just on that level. I figured I'd enjoy the exploration. But yeah, it's kind of taken me back how atmospheric it is. And not only that, but like what it's doing with the music and the sound design and how it like evolves, and it really knows when to just be quiet, like in that dark area and deep nest with all the bugs just crawling around you. And the mushroom area with like kind of the hissing and like kind of that they're all just kind of like that, like almost like wheezing, like hissing ambience. Just a lot of like really, really cool stuff. Yeah. It makes me think, so like I would say, you know, we'll see after this game. I'm really enjoying the hell out of this game, but I would say probably my favorite Metroidvania right now, not counting like, if you don't count like Zelda games, which I do kind of count as Metroidvanias, at least like the older 2D ones. But like my favorite like side-scrolling Metroidvania in this style is probably Super Metroid, which is like kind of a status quo choice, but I don't care. I think that game is like, you know, I think it's brilliant for a lot of reasons. Like for its time, the things it did with game design and atmosphere and even storytelling. I think I hesitate to say this because I feel like this word gets thrown out a lot with games, but it is like one of the few games I feel like is like really like deserving of the title masterpiece. Just kind of like everything it did, especially for the time. And I kind of feel like if that was made nowadays, I almost feel like it would have like sound design like this, maybe, which is funny because like there are modern Metroid games, but I just feel like that, I don't know, some of the older Metroids in particular, Super Metroid in particular, Metroid 2 as well, has a really eerie ambience and sound design. I feel like it would have kind of like Metroid 2 has moments where it's just all these little beeps and boops, and I think it's meant to sound like little bugs and aliens crawling around. I feel like it would have sound design like this game if it was made nowadays. You were surprised when you said I hadn't played it in the same way I was surprised when, yeah, because I know you love RPGs so much. It definitely is. It's one of the, yeah, it really is. I keep saying this. I've said this probably like 10 times streaming this, but it's checking so many of my boxes. The atmosphere, the way it handles exploration, the way it handles discoveries. And on top of all that, it's just a satisfying platformer with really fluid movement, and I do just really love that. I just love platformers. And I knew it just had taken me way too long to play this, yeah. Oh, you can hit him away. Cool. Oh, you jerk. You... kind of part of why I chose it as my first stream game, because it just... I thought it'd be kind of like a vibey game. I could kind of ease into things, but also... You know, I knew it'd be a game I'd at least enjoy to some extent, and would probably be up to my alley to some extent, and it would be a good opportunity to, like, talk about, you know, what I'm, like, passionate about with games and stuff right out the gate, and, it like, gives a good sense of, like, my, you know, like, my personality and what I love in games and all that. And this game is, like, really... I have so much like talk about with this game in that regard. Okay. Gotta focus. Focus M, as they say. If I can course correct that jump. The regular enemies can really get you if you're not careful. They all have kind of like a different pattern on their own. I said this earlier, but they're like just hard enough to like keep you on your toes, but not like not too annoying or like too tanky. At least for the most part so far, probably. Oh, a friend. Gotta go up. Could go right, I'll go left. I thought these guys were Myra when I first saw them. So I like went over to talk to them, and then they started killing me, and I was like, oh. This is a very Celeste-coded area, by the way. It looks like so similar to an area from that game. Cool. I love how I just knew exactly how that would work. Oh, and you stick to it, too. Cool. I know I'm not like thoroughly exploring these rooms, but like I will eventually go back and explore every little thing in this game to the best of my ability. I'm still kind of deciding if when I get to... Well, we'll see how the game ends up turning out. I mean, I went back to backtrack to the first area. I thought I'd find like a couple little bonus items, and I ended up finding like all this cool stuff. So the game is just so much about exploration. I'm not even like paying attention to what I'm doing. That guy doesn't die. Oh, this is tough. All right, I gotta pay attention here. So yeah, I don't know. If I get to the point where I'm like really backtracking heavily and like rechecking stuff, I might do some of that off stream, but we'll see. Might stream it all, might not. We'll see. This is really interesting. It's like using these enemies as like a environmental hazard. 10,000 page paper. We'll see. We'll see. That was, I mean, that was really like a Xenoblade thing. I just could not. It's like glitching out in the back. Oh, the music's cool here. I just could not fit in my thoughts about that game in like a Discord post. I love this. I love the music ramping up. I don't think I'm gonna make that, but I feel like I gotta try. Oh, just barely. I wonder if that's like a sequence break. Yeah, I think it is, because there's nothing here to stand on. So last time I tried a sequence break, I got in trouble. I might be able to like damage boost off one of those, but it's just gonna get my might already be stuck here. Shit. I might already be screwed. I might have already screwed up. This is what I get. I have an idea. Got it. Yeah, I gotta be careful with that. I'm not sure the game quite accommodates sequence breaks so far, so seem to be getting into trouble there. I always love in a platformer when there's like the music has this like rhythm to it, and the enemies almost seem to like there's a lot of moving parts in the area, whether it's like enemies or a background element, and it all just kind of seems to like jive together. I kind of feel like that's happening in this area with this music and the enemies and okay. Come to scale the mountain? I've heard tale of a summit way up there. Too far for me though, and I'm not really one for heights. Okay, so I'm gonna buy the map here. I normally don't, and this is like, I'm only gonna buy it here because I need to learn how this works. So first of all, let me check. Yeah, no, I agree. So I don't have any map. Okay, don't have any map whatsoever. Okay. Yeah, okay, so hold on. I did go to the right, yep. Okay, so the way it works is it does fill in areas you haven't been to yet, but not all of them. And so I think how it works is that when I go to those scribbled out areas, and when I go to new areas, well, let's try it. I think then he fills it out when he gets to a bench. Don't think I can get up there. And okay, we're definitely gonna get like a flight ability or something. I'm gonna wait till I test this, but if it works how I think it works, I have mixed feelings about it. Let's see though. I still for a second. Oh no. I still thought it was Myra. Okay, they give you a little Lue. If you hold down A for like a split second, it doesn't waste the soul. That's good. You have to like start charging. But I guess if I had enough to use the projectile, it would use it. I'm like worried this is gonna come to life and attack me. Oh no, it's a boss, are you kidding me? And I'm like, just kill me. That is so mean. They pointed me in the direction of a bench and then they throw a boss at me. I mean, I actually kind of like that. I think that's funny. It's like making the player feel safe and then throwing that at them. Okay. Wait, but this is a bench, so let's try this here. I'm guessing because I just spawned here, it didn't count. Okay, I filled in the scribbled out one, but not this area. So why not that area? Because I didn't explore it all, maybe? Maybe I have to, like, exit and leave? Okay. I know I'm, like, obsessing over the map aspect, but, like, it's because it's kind of important to me in these kinds of games that are about exploring. Because I'm someone who likes to often explore without a map and find my own way. And I think I said this, like, you know, before on the first stream or whatever, but I like when it works like it does in, like, a classic Metroidvania, like Super Metroid or Symphony of the Night, where I'm exploring and it's just filling in the map as I go. I'm not as big a fan as when I just buy a map and it, like, auto-fills in areas I haven't seen. And it looks like this game is kind of a mix of the two. And I like the idea of you filling in where you've been on the bench. It kind of ties in. It's another one of those interesting mechanics this game does that I've never quite seen before. And it makes it feels like organic. But I think I would like it better if basically, like, you just didn't have a map as you explored, and then when you found a bench, that's when you fill in the places you've explored. And I know a lot of players wouldn't like that. You know, it wouldn't be, you know, that kind of design would definitely, because some people like to look at the map and use it to explore and be more in tune with that, and that's fine. So, yeah, I can see why they wouldn't do that, but it would be cool if there was at least, like, an option to play that way, but yeah, I still gotta see exactly how it works when I get to that area I just died in again. Damn. Tougher than I thought they'd be. I just noticed you free the little flies when you break those. Alright, I need health before I try that again. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm just gonna go back towards the bench and die. Whatever, that's fine. Yeah, because I want to try this boss again, and it's just, yeah, just not gonna bother. Not that way. I could go that way. I'm worried if I go... I think they connect to the same place. I'm worried if I go a different direction, I'm gonna get drawn into something else and then lose all my money. I also just realized those guys are Hammer Brothers. That's funny. Something I kind of like is like I'm just trying to rush back to get to where I was and get my my money back and stuff, and but you can kind of do that, but you still kind of have to. It has to be risky. You have to take the risk to fight enemies, otherwise I can't heal, and then I'll be underpowered for the boss again. So there's always like this kind of tension going on to the game. It's never just like a free ride. Like how they give you the little audio cue when you're near it too. Alright, boss time already. And the bosses really seem to respond to what you do. Oh man. Get it? Damn. Something else that's been getting me on recent bosses is jumping. Like when they jump around the arena, it's often erratic, I found. There's not really a set pattern to it. Sometimes they jump twice, sometimes they jump 3 times. Sometimes they jump higher, lower, like, so it definitely keeps you on your toes. It's not, yeah, at least so far, it seems like it's not entirely just pattern-based. You have to really pay attention. Which I like. I like that it's like a mix, you know. God. That there is kind of a pattern, but you have to pay attention. Can you not? You can't. Dang. He's gonna free the little fly. Can't break them all. Do you mean the boss is creepy? Kind of reminds me of like... I don't know. It's almost like it's wearing like a spacesuit and has like a laser gun, but they like worked it into the crystal theming, which is kind of funny. So it's like a sci-fi thing, but not. Oh, that was bad. I just realized something that I should probably check. Oh, it's in the room, okay. Come on, bud. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's so mean. I was like, if there's a bench past here, I should go get that one first. It's probably close to the boss. Unless... Those like spikes? No. Unless I can go up and around, I'll try that. No. Immediately denied. Oh, the ghost, yeah. Sorry, that was a little while ago. Yeah, I like the subtle horror vibes the game has a lot. Definitely a lot, like, I feel like is going on under the surface that's like a mystery. So I don't even know what my like main character is or what their goal is. I'm almost feeling like this is gonna... We'll see. I don't even really want to say it. I'm just always worried there's... Yeah. I just have some, I have some thoughts, but... I'm just always nervous about, like, someone suddenly jumping in, and spoiling something. There it is. See, there it is. I did the projectile, and it's because like I go to heal, and then I'm like, no, it's not a good time to heal, and then okay, now it updated it. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think those areas are like just filled in. Okay, so yeah, so I think it just works how I thought it does, basically. So once I've been through probably like a whole room, I guess. I don't know, it fills it in. I mean, I don't think the map, it doesn't look like it unlocked like a ton of this area. It looks like there's like a lot more. So it kind of works the way I was thinking I would want it to, but yeah, I just kind of wish you didn't have to fill in any of the map first. Your goal is to be a little guy and look cute with your lantern. Yeah, of course. That's what I was gonna say. I'm totally not expecting some dark twist where I'm the bad guy and I'm about to free the evil king in the capital or whatever, and Hornet's trying to stop me. Nothing like that. Again, just a reminder, I know nothing about this game. It's a first playthrough, so I'm just throwing theories out there. And I know you know that, Gian, but... Oh, crap. I'll go back to the bench. Just if anyone else is out there lurking. Okay. Gotta pay attention. Oh my god. Just dash right into it. You're gonna be a map system runner. Let me experience it a bit more before I hear your thoughts, because I will be curious to hear them. But like I'm just like, because I've been avoiding the map the whole game, as you know. I'm like just now trying to learn how it works. But yeah, I will be curious to hear your thoughts down the road. Because right now I'm just a bit mixed on it. I just gotta see more. It's definitely different, I'll say, like a lot of stuff in this game. Which I do appreciate. I always say I never want games to be homogenized. I never want it, one of my pet peeves is the whole discussion about like, you know, quote unquote, people will say in like a review, like of like a remake or something, like, oh, they modernized the controls, or they like modernized, and like in some regards that could be valid, especially for stuff like accessibility options, but I think sometimes people just say it and they kind of mean just like, oh, it just uses like the same jump button that I'm used to, you know, when I'm like a big defender of games like trying new things, trying like different kinds of design, different control schemes even, and that's what leads to innovation and interesting things. Yeah, I wanted to state your position. Yeah, and no worries. It's totally fine. Yeah, like it might grow on me. We'll see. Like, I think about stuff like, this is kind of an example I often use with this topic, like the horse controls in Shadow of the Colossus. They're different than normal, because in, there's actually, there's a YouTube reviewer. I don't think he does videos much anymore. I think he recently made his own game. His name is Matthew Matosis. He's done a lot of cool videos on the past and like on like Zelda and stuff. I would definitely recommend checking out his stuff. He does like long form video essays. But he said something in his Shadow of the Colossus video that I thought was like so on the money, which is like, in the game, you don't control the horse in Shadow of the Colossus. You control the rider controlling the horse. So you're like steering the reins. And basically the effect of that is it treats the horse like a real animal. It kind of like has resistance. It kind of pulls away from you. When you get off it, it walks away from you and has like a drink of water. It avoids trees, which was like, I remember they said that about Breath of the Wild, which was funny. Like Shadow of the Colossus already had been doing that kind of thing. And I love that. And I feel like it made me more attached to Aggro the horse by the end of the game because they felt like an actual real animal and like a companion. And obviously, Fumito Ueda developed, you know, that idea even further in The Last Guardian, which I also love. And that's another game that has a lot of unconventional design choices that I know frustrate some people, but that I adore. Because it treats the companion in that game in The Last Guardian like a real animal. You can't just like sit on their head and like shout commands. You have to like be in a place where they can see you, like sit on their back, give a command. They like look at you to register the command, and then they'll do, you know, what you're telling them to do. And once I learned that, I loved my first playthrough, but when my second playthrough went even smoother because I was like really in tune with like, you know, playing the game in that kind of like organic way where it's like really kind of like, you know, how the game, you know, treats Trico like a real animal, and viewing it through that lens instead of just like a game mechanic. And I love how Ueda approaches things that way. But I think all that's lost if you just kind of say like, oh, the horse controls are just janky. You should just do it like Breath of the Wild or, you know, Red Dead Redemption or every other game. And I think that's something I very much disagree with. Yeah, friction's not always a bad thing, exactly. I mean, a lot of my favorite games are the ones that like push back on the player in some way. Like Majora's Mask is a great example of that. All right. It's weird. I held down A to heal there and it just didn't work. Some kind of like input issue. Maybe it was like too soon after I landed or something. Oh, that's cool. I like that they survived. Oh, the bench, right. Oh, obviously the bench is underneath them. I don't think I could have used it. Okay, so we have no more map to update. Um, yeah, so that was a fun fight. I just had to pay attention a little bit more. I've been talking about all this stuff. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Something I have noticed is, I don't know, I gotta play more. I'm not finding it that big a deal. Sometimes I kind of wish the attack was just like a little bit faster. But I did actually, again, when I was, again, I didn't know much going into it, but I did look into it a little bit. Oh, is the Switch version good? Is it a good version to play? And by all accounts, I heard like, yeah, it's fine. But I did hear like there might be like a slight input delay, and that's something I usually don't, unless it's like really noticeable, don't pick up on too much. But maybe that's what I'm experiencing. And I did read when I was looking into that in like the same forum or whatever, somebody posted like a developer quote where developers actually responded to that and said there is like an intentional delay when you swing the weapon, when you swing the nail. So I think it just might be like a design choice. I think I'm just kind of, I know some other games just let you hold the button down and constantly attack, and I tend to be a fan of that. I just think it's fun, but that might make the game too easy. It might be balanced around not doing that. So, yeah, again, this is like, this is very much a nitpick. It's just something I have been kind of noticing. And you might also attack faster later, but either way, I still find the combat to be really fun. Yeah, no problem. Actually, it is 8 o'clock, so I'll probably take my first quick break anyway, just my first 5-minute break. I try to take them every hour. I've probably been streaming a little less than an hour because I was kind of or at least playing the game because I've been yapping. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Just stepped outside for a minute. It's really nice out. It's really warm. Maybe like slightly too warm for me. Maybe a little bit, but I'm also like, I think I'm a little overdressed. Just used to it being colder. Okay. Alright, so we beat the little mini boss. So let's keep going. Yep. Okay. This song is really nice. It's one of those songs that kind of like, it's a very simple melody, but it's just like such a vibe. And like every new area you go in like adds a little layer to it. Really nice. It's kind of like emotional too. Cold and rainy. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, it's been like that for me recently. Like until today, kinda. Walked right into that. Gotcha. I tend to really enjoy rainy weather though. But I like a variety of weather. Kind of like flapping. So I really want to keep going up. Like in Deep Nest, oh, that's what it is. In Deep Nest, I kept wanting to like go down. Like go deeper and deeper. This makes me want to like keep climbing up, which I think is cool. Because they mentioned there's like a peak, so. Oh, come on. Oh, that reminds me. I meant to do this on the bench. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got a new guy. Heavyset Miner, the Crystal Peak, overcome by crystal growth. Can discharge blazing beams of light from its crystallized limbs. I like how the Hunters thing, like, spoils I'm gonna fight this guy again. It's funny, because defeat one more to decipher the Hunter's notes. It's, like, not a big deal at all. I just think that's kind of funny. So the same thing for Hornet, too. Oh, so I saw the dash. Yeah, I wanted to equip the longer nail, so I gotta remember to do that. Because when I was like complaining about the, oh, I wish the attack was like a tiny bit faster. I forgot I kind of have a better attack that I'm not using currently. Again, not that the attack is a big deal at all. It's just kind of something I've noticed. I wonder if that insta-kills you. We gotta save our friend. It's got a lot of like moving parts and machinery in this area that kind of like it just almost like the constant droning music. It just kind of like fits with it well. They complement each other well. Oh, this room again. Was there another way I could go in here? Secret door, maybe. That's where the map man was. Miner. And then that way. Damn, I wanna save that guy. Oh well. that's something. Oh, 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 okay. Cool. Almost looks like scissors. Oh, it's like the shopkeeper in town. I love how all the little shavings of the crystal splinter off. I really thought that would be a secret wall. Is that a path? No. Was it my buddy Quirrell? Ah, quite a view, no. I'm not surprised you survived the trek through these shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength about you. I suspect it would be quite intimidating, enough for your small stature. Did it sadden you to see those miners below, still laboring at their endless task? Even overcome, strong purpose has been imprinted upon their husks. The crystal ore is said to contain a sort of energy, not as powerful as the soul the city dwellers harnessed, but far less lethal. Huh. Okay. So city dwellers harnessed soul. It's lethal, maybe? Crystals have energy too, but less lethal. So I wonder if I'm from the city. I wonder if I'm like some surviving like knight from the city or something, and I'm like trying to like reunite with my king or something. I don't know. Because I feel like the capital feels like the goal. I feel like that's what I'm like trying to get to. Far less lethal. Strange to know such ancient facts. I wonder from where my knowledge comes. At this high vantage, I can just make it out. The light from that sad little town. I doubt its residents could even comprehend the scale of the world that surrounds them. So this is like, so maybe this is the peak. So this is like overlooking the town down below. That's cool. I'm guessing that's all they have to say. So, nope. So small it seems. Okay. That's probably it. This is cool looking. There's still something higher up. I feel like I can just almost make that. Alright, probably maybe can't go higher than this. Yeah, there's anything I can do here. Wait. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Okay. I'm guessing... Doesn't seem like I can... Yeah, I don't think I can wall jump anymore. So there might be nothing up there, but maybe not. Sometimes I just like to fall in a pit and let it take me. They hit you if you get close. Kind of just like tanking those guys, but gotta be careful. What was here again? Keep going. Really? That hits you there? I thought for sure that was a little hidey hole. That's weird they would put that there. Some poor bug. Oh, come on, dude. Bro, come on. Wanderer's Journal. Okay. Where would that be? Oh. Didn't look like a journal, so it's a bug journal. A journal left behind by a long-dead traveler. The words are written in a forgotten dialect and difficult to understand. Relic from Helena's past, the item now holds little value. So that's all these things. Gotta find some kind of like historian guy or something. It's fun to just... Like, it's still fun to hit enemies even when you're not dealing damage just because of the sound design and stuff. Like, I know that's doing nothing, but I still just... It's still just satisfying. Interesting. Okay, you can see like mine carts carved out of like bug shells and like what is that thing in the background? It's like a giant like it looks like a giant bug, some kind of like maybe like automaton or a furnace where they threw the crystals in and refined them or something. So this looks important. Cool. It's like how this game has done this a lot. I feel like it will like give you a little hint of what's to come in the next environment or something, and like that's what it just did by showing that in the background. And now like, yeah, now we're in like, now like that is the thing I saw in the background, and I'm probably gonna see more of them now, maybe. Sorry, buddy. We'll come back for you. Celeste time. This game is just like, it's just like a good platformer, in addition to being like a good action adventure Metroidvania. It's got some really fun platforming challenges. Wonder if we're gonna get the flying ability. This almost seems like a Metroid reference. Sure. While on the ground or clinging to a wall to concentrate the... Press hold the L while on the ground or clinging to a wall to concentrate the force. Release the button to blast forwards and fly through the air. I knew it. Because you have the area on the other side. There's been so many areas here that I can't cross, and I saw the area on the left. I was like, this is such a Metroidvania setup. Items on the right. I did think this was gonna come to life though and chase me. But yeah, this very much feels like a Chozo statue reference to me, which is cool. Okay, hold ZL. ZL? Oh. So you can't do it in the air. Check the, I guess I can't check the controls. Okay, it doesn't seem like it has any range. You can do it off a wall. Okay, cool. So I could just... No, maybe. Hold on. Trying to test if I can... Oh, you can cancel it. Interesting. Interesting. And you still kind of like retain some momentum. Can you dash out of it? No, you can just cancel it. Okay, cool. Doesn't quite like work the way I thought it would, so that's why I'm like testing it so much. Like, what is everything I can do with this so I don't end up falling into a pit? I thought I would like jump and then charge and go. Cool. That was a nice little set piece, kinda. Thanks. Yeah, I think that's like my Freedom Planet brain, because in Freedom Planet, you know, like one of the main... Oh, this is funny, so you can go down here. That's a little cute reveal. In Freedom Planet, one of like the main mechanics is the Dragon Boost, which you're just constantly, like, you charge up like this and dash. And like, you know, you can do it in like midair and like up slopes and all over the place. And I think I just instinctively kind of thought that's how this would work, but like it's totally fine, totally different game, totally different mechanics, rules. Like I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but I do think it would be fun to just like jump and charge it and then go, but whatever, it's not a big deal. Anything else over there? Now there's probably like a lot of areas I can go. I don't even like remember. Yeah, oh, right, that's... doesn't pause. So yeah, that whole area to the right's not mapped. The squiggly lines are the ones that the map unlocked. And the other ones are stuff that I scribbled in. Okay. So when you get to a bench, you will probably scribble in the area on the right, and it just scribbles in where you've been. So yeah, I think it more or less works the way that I was thinking it does. Crystals grow on the ground, so it took me so long. You mean like... It took you so long to get that, like what the walls were, like where you could use it to dash? Yeah, you just mean it took you a while to get you could use it while hanging on a wall. Alright, so there's two obviously huge areas to the right I can go to. There's actually a room on the left I haven't been to. And again, I'm just using the map in this area just to learn how it works for the future. Because I've been playing this game long enough, it's time to learn that. And then when I get to the next new area, I'm probably going to continue not using a map for now. But at least for now, I want to learn it. Also, you know, it's just, you know, I did forget. I'm sure I just come across them naturally, but I did forget, like, where the big places I could use this dash are. So, you know, I think it's, I'm sure the designers obviously want you to look at the map and be like, yeah, you can use it over there. Go for it. Money. Out of my way. You know, it's funny. Hold on. Oh my god. When I got here at the end of the last stream, oh my god. This is the perfect time to talk about this. Okay, map updated. Alright, this is what I wanted to check. And it's cool when you die, you just like get the auto map update, like yep, okay. So, yep, you fill in. It doesn't automatically fill in the squiggly. So yeah, it fills in where you went. So again, I would rather like nothing be filled in and like you just there was no like you didn't need to buy a map from a guy. Like I would rather that buying a map from the guy is totally optional. But like you need to do that. This is okay, so this is my issue. You need to buy the map from the guy to even unlock the ability to map out yourself. I wish I could just map out myself at Go and I never had to actually buy a map from the guy. That's my slight criticism. That's ideal for me as someone who just kind of likes to explore in the dark, so to speak. But I do like that, you know, the map doesn't show everything, and the idea that you do need to explore in the dark a little bit, and it like encourages that, like, hey, just go explore because the game is so free and wants you to explore. And then when you get to a rest spot, you can map in the places you've been to, which is kind of like a cool little like organic, quote unquote, realistic way to do it. So again, I'm a little mixed on it. I like the idea. I just wish I didn't have to unlock like a big chunk of the map before I even could do this. Yeah. Anyways, what I was gonna say before is that I think it's funny that I mean unless it involves something you don't think I'm like aware of yet, you know. I might, you know, like it might grow. I don't know. It might change as I start backtracking more, but I don't know. I feel like it probably won't. I have strong feelings about maps and games. I brought up like the Link's Awakening remake. I don't like how it just auto fills in like so much of the map when you get to a new area. I just like uncovering it myself, and I think it would be really cool if I could just do that, and I didn't need to spoil some of it first, because sometimes it spoils like where there's a boss or there's something significant. That's my issue. Alright, so yeah, we can go to the right, and then we can go up. So, yeah, there's still several places I haven't been, so probably go back to stop using it now, because I kind of feel like I get a handle on how it works. I probably won't use it until I'm backtracking more. I keep losing my train of thought. Yeah, so when I was ending stream yesterday, I thought it, Scratch was here and was saying, like, when I got to this area, they said they hated this area, and I can absolutely see why. I can 100% see why someone would hate this area. There's, like, a lot of, like, spikes and, like, just... well, not really spikes, but there's a lot of, like, moving parts, a lot of platforming, and, like, on top of that platforming, there's just a lot of enemies. They're just, like... firing lasers at you. At the same time, you need to like dodge other stuff. There's like that room with all the axe guys in a row. So I get it. I totally get it. That said, I like this area. like I've been saying, I always like an area with a lot of moving parts is like the theme, and it's kind of like an industrial theme, and I like what it's doing with the music. And, you know, I love platforming, so I really like the platforming challenges here so far. But, like, you know, I can be a little annoying sometimes, but I just think it's funny that I can absolutely see why they would say that. Like, it's not like my favorite area in the game. Oops, hit my mic. In the game so far, but yeah, I've kind of appreciated all the areas to one extent or another. I think Deep Nest, even though I still have a lot to see of it, I think is probably my favorite so far. Just because of the spooky vibes and everything. Okay, here we go. Get some water. By the way, Gian, I assume you kind of like didn't say because maybe there is, you did decide there's something I haven't really experienced yet, and that's obviously totally fine, and I appreciate it. But yeah, if it wasn't clear, like if you feel like I have, if what I'm getting out of the map, if you think that I do understand it, which I think I do, then yeah, like you can tell me your thoughts on it if you want. Okay, so that just appears either way. Oh, wrong button. Cool. I'm like, where is this taking me? Oh, you're typing your paragraph. Got it. Got it. Yeah. They don't teach you can stop it, which is kind of important. So I kind of feel like they should have told you that, but I did figure it out. This is cool. It really does remind me of Celeste a lot. The more that game goes on, the movement just gets like so much more fun, and it's just got the vibe, You've played Celeste, right, Gian? Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, like the way the music ramps up. God, it's just like so. That game is a masterpiece. Like so well executed. And I still need to do like all the extra DLC stuff and all that. I only did like the main story, and I was full after the main story. Like it's still one of my favorite games ever. This is a really fun section. Just so many other games to play. I really have not got around to it. That game was also extremely like emotional for me, so it's kind of like emotionally draining. So I couldn't like jump into the other stuff right away. I kind of like had to step away, and I haven't played it since. Whoops. I like the little sound design on it. All right, so we can go that way, or we can go down. Yeah, I wanna keep going to the right. It's just always so. Oh, there is money. I'll check if this is just like an optional area for some money. Oh, there's a little guy. Yeah, I was like, I assume that hurts you? It's saying so on, go away. I'm like, maybe that doesn't actually hurt you. Your internet is off, so fail to send. Oh, I guess your internet just went out for a moment. I get it. I was like, how are you here? Hey. What happened? Oh my god, I was not paying attention. No. Oh my god. I really hope I didn't just like fail to save them. I will be so mad. Yeah, I looked away for like a second. And there's no like way to like reload in this. It's just it just saves, so I doubt they would do that because those seem like a collectible, but that was horrifying. God. Alright, that's you. Damn. I can't get up there. Oh my god. I hate when I lose all my health just getting back. The game's so open, you can always go in a different direction, but, I mean, mainly I need to save that creature, but I also need my money. That's an annoying place for you. They're still there. Good. Oh, no. Can't go through walls. Come on. I don't want to deal with this thing. It's a little annoying that these stay there so long. I'm just gonna die again. I forgot to change my badges too. Or my charms. I keep calling them badges. Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll check it later. Thanks. Oh my god, this thing is horrible. So I can't tell. Maybe is it just transforming, or is it? I can't tell yet if it's like transforming or if something. I thought something ate it. Okay, we're gonna use that. I kind of feel like I should do that again. We don't want that. Yeah, I kind of want to do that again. These are all whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna do the longer nail for a while. Oh, that's so nice. Like, I earned this, you know? Like, I'm not even using it. Like, I earned it. I felt like that hard boss. I just noticed my headphone wire has been on my mic. I hope that has not been like affecting the audio too much. It's kind of just like an awkward setup because just like the place I have like an outlet and stuff, like I had to plug in. I don't know. I won't get into all the details. It's just kind of a the way I have my headphones plugged in, the wire frequently crosses over where my mic is, and it's hard to kind of get it out of the way. So sometimes it's like on top of the mic, and I don't notice. Oh, God. This thing. I don't even... Dead. Grub mimic. Assumes the shape of a harmless creature to lure prey. Okay. Because it sounded like... It sounded like it was, It sounded like it like ate the creature, and the creature was like screaming and wanted to like get out. It's still kind of sad because it does look like one of those guys. Well, I'm glad it didn't eat. Wait, I didn't get my thing yet. I honestly would have loved if that was another one. I think that would have been so funny. Like, it would have been quote-unquote not good game design or whatever, but I think it would have been funny. You are such a cheater. Jeez. I was gonna say this probably leads to the town. Now, is this the key? No. Did I must have lost my money at some point. Damn. I must have died twice in a row without realizing it. I wonder when that happened. Because, yeah, I definitely should have more money than this. Damn, that sucks. I'm usually, like, so, cautious of that. That noisy old lift, where does it go? Up to the old mines they carved in the peak, I suppose. Have you been up there? Is it true that crystals grow everywhere you step? A villager brought some of those crystals back to the village once. I don't quite understand the allure myself. You can't eat them, and they don't make very good pillows. They hardly seem worth all the trouble to me. Did you know the caverns continue even below the capital? Few have ventured that deep, so the details are scant. Those who made it back told of impossibly old structures, and roads formed as though the rock itself possessed a will. Something deeper than the capital. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I thought the capital, they were saying like the capital was like in the middle. I thought it was going to be like in the middle of the map, like the heart of everything. Because I thought they said Deepness was the deepest part, but we'll see. Like, maybe there's something deeper. Capital. The true elder bug. Oh, so true. Yeah, so true, elder bug. Yeah, again, a lot of little like subtle, not so subtle horror vibes. It's this mix of cute and creepy. I was trying to articulate this the other day, but I feel like I did a poor job. But this game, it has this vibe that reminds me of like creepy, like unsettling movies from like the 90s and stuff that I feel like a lot of like kids movies and stuff from like the 90s and everything, even like Star Wars to an extent, kind of have like these subtle little like horror-ish moments like that always like stick with you if you see them as a kid and stuff. This game, it gives me, it's like that kind of vibe of like, I feel like if I played this as a kid, it would be like enchanting, but also like I'd be like nervous to like keep playing it and probably like freaked out by a lot of the characters. There's like there's a movie there's a movie called The Secret of Nim. It's like an old animated movie, older, and I haven't seen it in forever, but I remember it like kind of like creeping me out a bit as a kid, or just had a dark vibe. It's based on Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim, which is a really good like kids book, and yeah, it has like, I have like a memory of just like these kind of like animal characters, and it had kind of like a dark vibe. That's kind of the vibe this game gives me, like that dark fairy tale vibe where it's like whimsical and cute, but it has this like uncanny like horror element underneath it, and I really like that. Yeah, they're just like really capturing. I think that's like what they're going for, that mix of like cute and creepy and like kind of childlike like whimsy, but also like this horrifying thing happens sometimes. Yeah, it's cool. Brave Little Toaster is another really good example, and it was for me too. And I know a lot of people say that, and I loved it too. But I know for me, it was like the junkyard magnet used to freak me out. A lot of other people say the air conditioner. But that's definitely a good example. Yeah, I was like The Secret of Nim is the one that came to mind, but I knew there were like other examples. But that, yeah, so you know exactly what I mean. Yeah. This kind of feels like that. It feels like this could be like an animated kids movie. Like, remember that movie where you're like, there's a weird little like bug, and you go down and it's in this like kind of like enchanting underground kingdom. And there was that creepy part with like the slug that turned into a monster. Like that's what this game feels like, and I think that's awesome. Yeah, the junkyard magnet. Okay, so he says that before. So he just repeats. Okay. So they don't like cycle through dialogue. The reason I'm talking to him again is because there's something, I remember some character, I thought they said that like those blue cocoons, I shouldn't destroy them. So I haven't been destroying them, but I completely forget, so I'm probably just going to start destroying them because I'm probably overthinking it. They just seem like they're on the map. I feel like they want you to destroy them. But yeah. Yeah, and I don't want to know for sure. I just thought someone said like if you see those, you should avoid attacking them. And I thought maybe it was the elder, but I'm probably just not going to find out.
Oh, come on, yeah.
What do you have there? Why, that's the key to my storeroom. I thought I lost it for good. Did you find it in those old mines, perhaps? Very curious. I have no idea how it ended up in such a remote place. Very honest of you to return it to me. Yes, very kind. And now that I can open my old storeroom up, I can sell you some of the rare stock that's been gathering dust in there. These items may be a little time-worn, but they still retain their full market value. Very precious stuff. Take a look. Cool. Not a single bot today since you've been here, Gion. So you weren't kidding. I had like I don't know. There were a lot. There were like several that came in with just like one of those long paragraph messages last time, and then there was like some kind of bot or scammer that hung around for a long time, and I was like a little like I was a little like put off. Just like I just wish it didn't take away kind of a lot of time and energy from the stream, but yeah, it was a learning experience. So yeah, going forward, like I'll just try to see the red flags, and as soon as I see them, just ban them. Yeah. Okay, so I have like no money anyway. Is there anything new? Holding it lets you run around quickly and tirelessly. This is new, as though you were young again. Okay, so you have like a run button. That's interesting. And that's probably the key. Okay, so it gives you more knockback power. Waterways of the city far below us have not cleaned it. Okay, so I think earlier I thought this was like a piece of heart, but I think it actually probably allows me to carry more soul. And the mask... Okay, and this is the heart piece. Gotcha. Alright. Learning. So the storeroom key probably unlocked that stuff.
Sanjo.
Okay, so you always say the same thing.
Papanada.
Trampin. That's funny. It's like they seem to serve the same function, but it's just like it just costs more because the material's more rare or whatever. All right. Got a little bit more, and then take another break. I wonder. That's cool. There's one right there. So what do they even do? Small scuttling seed filled with lifeblood, which can be extracted and consumed for its healthful properties. So, right, this is what they do. They just give you more. Okay, because I did like destroy one or two at the start, and I totally forgot. So yeah, I probably just am like, I was just super overthinking that, so that's silly of me. I wonder, now that I'm here, you know. Whoops. What was this? Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Okay, I wanna... This is something I forgot. So I'm gonna make this a note. So they're referring to me as a higher being. So I think this like soul gathering power and probably the fact that I can, because the fact that you can come back to life, it seems like part of the narrative. It doesn't seem like it's just a video gamey thing. Like it seems like that's actually happening in the world. Like I'm getting killed and then I'm going back to where my shade is, and at least it seems. Maybe not, but so that's like a little bit of lore about the player character that I kind of forgot about. Wait. I'm confused. Hold on. All right, I see. I was like, how do I get back to the opening? This is where that secret was. Yeah, okay. Nice. Awesome. Great secret. I love a secret on top of a secret. But like a lot of people never come back here. Man, where is this leading? This is awesome. I was gonna see if I could like climb up the big pit I fell down in, but I thought it would not be rewarded. This is more than I thought. What the hell? What? There's an area? Are you kidding me? This game is amazing. I love this game. This is so great. This is incredible. This is, oh my god. Maybe it's not like, we'll see, maybe it's not like a huge area, but still, the fact they hid an area, like this is the reward for me just backtracking to the very opening room, which I was like, oh, that'll probably just be nothing, but I'll check it out. That like, and it just risks, like, a lot of players might just miss this, like, it's just like a secret leading to like a big hidden area. It's like, that's like my favorite thing. Like, just, yeah, that's just like one of the like best like feelings in a game for me. What is this? Is this like the arena or whatever? Somebody mentioned an arena. Okay, this is super cool. I will take my last break here. This seems like a good place to do it. It seems like I'm getting into a fight or something. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Hey, Scratch, what's up? Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good weekend. Um, yeah, sorry, I got a little more sidetracked on my break. It's a bit of a longer break than usual. I just went outside again. It's just so nice out there. I had to get some water. Um, oh, never ever, yeah, never feel the need to apologize for anything. Yeah, like you're totally free to stop by, lurk, whatever, whenever you want. Yeah, had a football game. Yeah, that's cool. I hope it was fun. Um, sorry about that. Well, I hope the experience was at least still, enjoyable before the cooking. Uh, did you? I assume you mean you were watching it, or were you? Yeah, like I assume you mean you were watching the football game. I wasn't sure if like you played football or. Um, oh, you were playing. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, no, I wasn't sure. Yeah, that's cool. Um, yeah, so what'd you miss? So yeah, I just I was exploring the Crystal Peak area. I explored like a ton of that. Um, I got like the super dash that lets you just like charge up and then fly across a big gap. It's funny. I was saying it earlier. I can see why. I remember you saying you didn't like that area. I understand it. I get it. I was enjoying all the kind of like platforming challenges there, but yeah, it does throw a lot at you, like all the lasers and guys throwing pickaxes at you. It like combines a lot of stuff. Um, but basically, yeah, it was bad. Yeah. Um, the Crystal Heart. Yeah, that's what it was called. Yeah. So basically, I backtrack. I don't. What did I do? I went back to the town because I found like a shortcut back to the town, and I just thought, yeah, that's right. I was at the top of a cliff outside Crystal Peak where there's an elevator, and I was like, what if I use the super dash here? And it took me back to the very beginning area of the game, and then I was like, I just want to go back to like where I started the game, where you fall down the pit. On the off chance, maybe I can like climb up the pit, or there's something I can access there with a new skill. And I thought I was gonna find nothing, and I just ended up stumbling into this whole new secret area, this Howling Cliffs area, and like I'm just like so happy to like that this is like I just love like I love getting rewarded for just like backtracking by just finding this like mysterious new hidden area. I think that's like the coolest thing. I just love how much the ways this game rewards exploration. It's like giving me some of the feelings I got while playing like Breath of the Wilds, just in terms of like I'll have like a mission, like I wanted to keep exploring Crystal Peak and stuff, but now I'm just like totally sidetracked, and like also it's just like it's not just like rewarding exploration with like a new little collectible or something. It's like this like really cool substantial stuff. Yeah, I think that's awesome. You thought the same thing? Awesome. Yeah, yeah. So I wonder if a lot of people end up getting back to the town and trying that. Uh, yeah. Okay. So anyway, now we're here, and this seems like it's gonna be like I remember someone mentioned like an arena or something. I should check my badges. Actually, I didn't want to look at the map. I should go the other way because I don't like want to know. Oh, the energy core of an old mining golem. So that's what they are. Yeah, that's kind of what I was guessing. Crystal's energy can be channeled to launch the bearer forward at dangerous speeds. Okay. I didn't check that before. Um, yeah, we'll just keep it. Whoa.
to sta cocando.
Well met. Nail Master Mato. I'm like expecting him to just wake up and I'm just gonna get into this like super boss fight. But maybe he's just a chill dude. Well met. Yes, I thought I could sense the aura of a fierce warrior approaching. I'm impressed you found my sanctuary here at the top of the world. No doubt you've endured many trials and overcome many foes in your quest to find me. Kinda. I mean, yeah, I guess. I fought like 4 bosses. No, don't speak a word. I, Nailmaster Mato, who was taught the art of the nail by the great nail sage himself, hereby accept you as my pupil. Let us begin the lesson immediately. Okay, so let me see. So I wonder if this is going to be... Learn the nail, master's nail. I wonder if it's going to be a boss fight anyway. Yep. Or no? Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Spin attack. Awesome. Very Zelda.
Hele sommet.
Your form, exquisite. Now I know how my master felt when he passed down his teachings to us. I hope you don't think me too forward when I say I consider you to be my child. Yes. When I saw you perform my nail art, I felt a bond between us suddenly flash into existence. Sir, I've known you like 5 minutes. You honor me beyond words, my people. Thank you.
Bam. Finnen.
Cool. Thought it said you could do it. Can you like go up when you do it? You got anything else?
Bam. Finnen.
Cool. I really thought he was gonna like fight me and he was gonna be like, oh, I gotta train you in the technique. That was completely surprising. I thought that was for sure gonna be some kind of boss fight. You didn't know what this is? Thanks, Xion. Yeah, I have a dad now. That's cool. What a cool thing just to like find, like, I can't help but just be amazed. I just went back there and I thought there would be nothing. I thought I wouldn't be able to climb the wall. I went in the secret area. Wasn't even thinking to check there. And there's like another secret in the secret area that led to all this. So cool. Man, I just love this stuff. I feel like this is like, I feel like I designed this game. Like, I feel like, what I mean by that is like, I feel like this is the kind of game I like want to play. Like, I feel like this is the kind of game this is like how I would handle like finding secrets and exploration and stuff. And like, I rarely see that in games. It's always kind of like, oh, it's cool. I like exploring in most games I play, but it's always like, oh, I kind of wish they did something like this, or like, it's not quite what I wanted. This looks cool. You realize Gorb, the Great Mind. Oh, it's like a brain, it looks like. Interesting. Yeah, made for me, for sure. You have a question? Yeah, sure, what's up? I know of it. I've never played it, though. Actually, let me write this down. I have a friend who, I think played a lot of it and really liked it. I know it's like it's like really popular in its genre. I'm definitely not like a multiplayer person. You know, in the past I've like played some multiplayer games with friends a little bit. Usually just stuff like, you know, like couch stuff, not too much online stuff. Yeah. You've been grinding it? Oh, nice. Yeah, I heard like if you are into that kind of game, I hear it is really good. Alright, so that leads around. Was there anything else? Oh! Okay. That was funny. I didn't charge all the way. Oh my god, this guy is killing me. Just want to get that money. Oh, there was actually a secret there. That's cool. Oh, I thought it was like a dark area. I was like, oh, I got my lantern out. Oh, and they do put it away when you're in the light. That's cool. The little lantern that I bought. It's so wild that like this world is just made up of all these like bug carcasses or shells, I guess. You know, like discarded bug shells, or at least this area. It's a lot of little dead ends that I really think are going to be like a breakable wall or something. So they keep you on your toes. Like some of the stuff I expect to be secrets aren't secrets, and then sometimes I just find something like this without expecting. Map guy. A lot of ways to go. Yeah, take care. No worries. And thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And yeah, sorry you lost your game, but you know, I hope you had some fun. Yeah, take care, Scratch. It was good to see you. Take that pole. Alright. I'll talk to this guy. I just noticed, I'm just now like appreciating you follow the trail. He has like a little paper trail that leads you to him. That's cool. Enjoying the bracing air, we're quite close to Hellenist borders and those desolate plains that surround it. That's some lore that I like. I always like, because that's something I've been curious about, like, what the hell is this world? You know, like it's just like this weird bug world. Is it like a miniature world, or are we like larger bugs? Like I just have all these questions, and I love that. I love that like evocativeness of like. I love that I'm asking all those questions, and but yeah, I remember at the beginning I kind of like forget the opening cutscene, but I was just like walking down a path with like lamps, I think, and then just fell in the hole or jumped in the hole and came down here. So apparently hell, so there must be like just like there's a whole world outside this like ruined kingdom. Maybe it's just like a bug world. Okay, Hellenist borders. So desolate plains surround Hellenist. So I wonder if it's like in the middle of a desert or something. This is why, this is just, this is like, I like this little piece of world building, and it's just from talking to the map guy. I'm almost like, do I even need to talk to him? But he does say different stuff, and I feel like I've kind of missed him in some of the areas, so I hope I didn't miss some cool tidbits. In this direction, I'm about as far as I'm willing to go, though it's been a pleasant change from the tight confines of the caverns. Simple one and more for completion, really. Not knowing the full extents of a region can be quite frustrating. So yeah, so I want to be buying them, even though I'm not going to look at them. Because again, that unlocks the ability to map it myself when I get to benches. Though I do kind of like the feeling of just like not having a map at all. I feel like with like Deep Nest, I'm probably just like not going to buy one at all. Until, okay, I feel like this is going back into the caverns. Where the hell is this going to lead? Yeah, I feel like with like Deep Nest, I'm going to want to like explore all that on my own because it's such a cool, mysterious area. I want to go to the border though, the edge. This area kind of reminds me of like the surface of Super Metroid. You can really like feel you're like outside instead of in like all the tunnels. God, so many places to go. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. These blasted plains stretch never-ending. There is no world beyond. Those foolish enough to traverse this void must pay the toll and relinquish the precious mind this kingdom grants. Okay, so no. I gotta remember to pause. Let's just read it again. So obviously this could not be literal. Because if this is a place that people go to for treasure and stuff, there's got to be a world beyond it. But I don't know. Those foolish enough to traverse this void must pay the toll and relinquish the precious mind this kingdom grants. Okay, so I think what it's saying, I was thinking it's like people coming to the kingdom. I think it's saying like, if you're foolish enough to leave the kingdom, then you're relinquishing the precious mind this kingdom grants. So that could either just mean you're just like, you're just screwed, or there's nothing out there, or like, or it could mean like you're just gonna die out there, or you're not gonna find anything, or it could mean something. The kingdom actually does grant something, and you lose it if you leave it or something. All this stuff about like higher beings, like it's clear the people of Hallownest consider themselves important. I figured that was a journal. Man. I'm just so lost. The series. So many directions to go. The heck? Just a grapefruit tree? Let me write that down. Weird tree in Howling Cliffs. Grapefruit? I could mark this on my map, but I don't know. For one thing, it stands out a lot, so I feel like Yeah, if I write it down, check later, I'll maybe remember. But I also just don't want to look at my map right now. I don't really want to like know where I am. And like, I like to like get lost and not like know where I am in relation to like. I know I'm like somewhere on the far left, I think, but still. I bought the map from the guy, so I just want to see what's on the map. Oh, jeez. That was a real one. What? Oh no, I'm back here, damn. I wanted to keep exploring that area. That's what I get for just jumping in a hole. Oh, maybe I can go back up. Okay. Thank you, game designers. I know, can you believe a hole betrayed me? Like, I just love jumping down holes in games. I mean, like, Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorite games I've ever. Jumping down to the depths and the Tears of the Kingdom is like it's like a top 10 moment. First time you do it anyway. Love that stuff. But that's the fun of it, because you don't know if it's just going to drop you into some horrible situation, or into like a new area, or it's just exciting. It's just part of the adventure. Yeah, so it's like a desert, kind of. So it's like, I don't know if these are like the corpses of bugs, or just like they're like carapaces or whatever. You know, like they're old shells they discarded. Almost like there was like a battle here. We can do this. We can do it. And I love that. I love that, like, there's an actual, like, it's not just like a wall. Like, it's actually like the edge of, yeah, so where we are, we're in the middle of some kind of like wasteland. And that's where Hallow Nest is. I love that. It just makes it feel more like organic. It looks like there's like wind blowing you back. I always appreciate some context instead of just like an invisible wall or something. Also just the mystery of like what's out there. It's something I felt playing. I keep bringing up Breath of the Wild and stuff because it's like this game is really, it's really reminding me of it. Just the way it made me feel with its exploration. Which is very high praise for me because I adore Breath of the Wild, of course. But yeah, like in the desert in that game, I was a little disappointed you couldn't like explore more of the desert. You kind of like reach a sandstorm wall, but I know it looks like there's nothing out there. But I just wanted to like keep going and get lost in like the middle of the desert. But it just like I love when you get to the border of like a, I don't know, like an open world game or just like a game about exploration and. You just kind of like wonder what's beyond it and try to like break through that barrier and just like there's just like a sense of mystery and like wonder to it for me. I always love like the things sometimes like the things like you don't see or a game doesn't let you see is like just as interesting maybe not more interesting than what it lets you see, but like it's part of the experience for me, right? It's part of like my immersion in the world. Um, yeah, yeah. Like in the Zelda games, I just love like imagining like what's beyond the borders of Hyrule and all that. And I wish we saw that in Tears of the Kingdom, but that's just not the route they went. I'm just hopeful maybe the whatever they're cooking next just might be some totally new, mysterious new land. That's what I would love to see. Losing all this money. Second. Okay. Let's try it from up. Oops. No, no, no. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I've done it a couple times where I pressed the wrong button for the dash. Let's try it from here. I feel like I gotta, not from here. Or from here. Here? Is there a higher place? No. Yeah, no. Nice, there's no fall damage. Alright, we got that. So, the lower part leads back into the opening area. There's that lore. There we go. Just trying to get back up here. Alright, so is this just where I came in? Can you go up here? No. Yeah, I think so. 'Cause this is where the, okay. So yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like it's a huge area. So I'll probably just go back down and around. Wait. Did I go in here? What is that? What the fuck? Okay. The corpse of a large bug. So fucking... so cool. I just love finding all these weird little things in this game. Off of howling cliffs. I wonder if this is like ever gonna be anything or if it's just a cool thing. We'll see. Honestly, I would kind of appreciate it if it was just... It looks like it's almost like a artificial... Oh, it's just like a cloak, I think. But even on its face. Something else I've been thinking about is because like your heart pieces are like a mask. And so I'm wondering, because all the bugs... The game has like a cool style where they're like... they're bug-like, but kind of like their faces and stuff aren't really bug-like. So I'm wondering if they're all wearing like masks. Like that's a thing. And you kind of see their eyes under the masks, like Hornet and the main character. Again, I don't want to know, but that's just something I've been thinking about, because like your mask seems to be, you know, it's your life bar and everything. So I feel like that's like because it's like a bug's shell. They have like a mask and a shell, or maybe that's it. It's just like their shell, their carapace or whatever. But yeah, I would kind of appreciate it if this was just a creepy thing. So good. Yeah, just all the stuff you find. And again, that's like Breath of the Wild. That's why I like it so much more than Tears of the Kingdom, right? Like finding the Lord of the Mountain was like so cool, and it didn't have like a specific purpose. Like most of the stuff you find does lead to a shrine, but the shrine, a lot of people compare the shrines to dungeons, which yeah, technically they're mini dungeons. But to me, I feel like they're almost more comparable to like the stars in like Mario 64 or something, right? And even Aonuma said at one point they're more of just like a reward. They're just like the end goal, and I feel like a lot of people get hung up on that end goal and like don't kind of like think about that, like it's more like the context that surrounds that's important. And in Breath of the Wild, it was so fun and varied and interesting. Like, you know, there might be like a corrupted dragon or something, or like the Eventide Island was such like a cool like challenge that you found. And yeah, I love when you just find just unique, interesting things, and like sometimes they don't have a purpose or they're just part of the world. And yeah, that's what Tears of the Kingdom was lacking for me. It was like they really like went so hard on the mechanics, and the mechanics being, you know, all these like, you know, fun things you can do with them, you know, which is cool. But you know, and there's a lot to talk about with that side of the game too. But you know, there's issues there too, somewhat. But yeah, just in terms of like the discovery, not only it being the same world, but just the things you find in that world. Like it's not totally devoid of that kind of stuff, but I just felt like it was a lot lesser than Breath of the Wild. It only compounded by the reused world. And I never see people bring that up. It's always just kind of about the mechanics, or that, yeah, they reuse the worlds, or you know, talk about the dungeons. Like, And I just, for me, that's a really core part of the experience, is like how it handles those discoveries. Anyway, I'm ranting about Zelda. It's bound to happen. This is probably my longest Zelda rant yet on stream, so it's bound to happen eventually. Okay, but yeah, this game, it brings to mind Zelda quite a bit in terms of exploring. Like my favorite Zelda games anyway. We can do better. Yeah, yeah. And I know Tears of the Kingdom is like, it started as DLC. I think it's just kind of like a weird. I'm wary of where they're gonna go because I know, like, that game, it still was really successful, and and it's not like I definitely don't hate it. I'd still put it in my top 10 Zeldas probably. There's still enough I appreciate about it. I still did really have a blast exploring the depths, even though they could have been better. I just love the atmosphere and the vibe and everything. But yeah, that's the whole crux of it. That's like my whole, really at the crux of my opinion on Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I still like it, but they can do so much better with like a new Zelda game after like 6 years. Like, I know the pandemic happened, of course. I know like game development is so difficult. They still did a lot of cool things, but yeah, I just think it wasn't quite there as like a brand new Zelda experience for me. So just really curious to see what they're going to do next. Oh, for a second I thought I was like off the map because I saw myself in the middle. Oh, so this is still part of the cliffs, but wasn't... Oh, this is... Okay, I remember. I came to this area and I didn't have a map. I remember now. Okay. Wait. There's 2 things I missed? What? How did I miss stuff back there? Oops. Oh, that's something I wanted to try, actually. It's weird. So they give you 2 buttons for casting, which would make sense if... So that... like... If there's another button to cast anyway, then... Why is that mapped? I guess it's more convenient, but... That makes me, like, even more a bit annoyed that you can't separate the casting and the healing, because you already have a button for casting. I guess they just want to give 2 options. I've like barely been using that too. I'm sure it has its uses, probably as the game goes on maybe. I just never do it because it's just always better to save for healing, like during bosses and stuff so far. So what did I miss? Okay, so this is just off the map. And I think that's where that weird bug was. So this just isn't... Right, because of the map system. Okay, I'm getting tripped up by the map system. Because I gotta find a bench first. That's why. Oh, man. Okay. I guess I'll head back towards Crystal Peak then. This was just like a big detour. Guess I gotta go back this way. Shit. Or this leads back into... I don't know where the heck I'm going. Let's just go. So this is such a nice area. Oh, I can go over there now. That Metroidvania feeling. Alright, I guess we're not exploring Crystal Peak. I was gonna take the tram, too. I just completely forgot. Again, it's... Yeah, it's that Breath of the Wild feeling, you know, that when I say that, I don't just mean like, I think some people like undervalue that game. It's like, oh, it's just another open world game. Maybe some people say that, maybe not a lot, but it's not just that it was open world, it's the way it handles the open world, the way it's always drawing your attention to something interesting. That's part of what makes it so good to me. And this game is doing like the same thing, like, or a similar thing, just in like a very different type of game. Like I did not plan to come back over here, but yeah, there's like stuff over here I can check out now. See, this music's so like magical, like magic, whimsical forest vibes. Kind of like the Forbidden Woods in Wind Waker. Yeah. Fairy tale vibe with all this horrible critters trying to kill you. Oh no. The quick map is really useful when you do just want to get to some area. Yeah, so there's this area with all these vines. I remember this. What? I love the kinds of, like, again, like Celeste-style platforming challenges. All these skills are... this is starting to unlock. This is like a very Donkey Kong Country moment. This is really fun. The music ramping up as it gets harder. Damn. Oh boy, bad idea. Very bad idea. Alright, well we can get back here, okay, but yeah. I think I'm still gonna get an ability that lets me like walk on spikes or... Oh boy. That's far back. And yeah, so if I check my map, yeah, so it maps out. So that's how it works. What was that area? I don't think I had that much money. I just don't feel like going back all the way back over there. Yeah, so this is where usually when I break out the map in games is when I feel like I've seen most of an area. And I'm just kind of like trying to get back to the handful of places I haven't been to. Oh, I didn't go this way. Brutal. Oh, I know exactly what that is. And I wonder if that's on the map. No. At least I shouldn't say exactly. I think it's like one of those, there's like these areas where there's been like these crumbly, like rocks that can like jiggle around in the floor. I feel like this is one of these, but in the ceiling. Howling Cliffs past map guy. Yeah, so I feel like I'm gonna get the ability to like bust through these at some point. Or this could not be what that is, but it Sounds like it, I think. Oh, boy. Okay. It's kind of a blind jump here. Kind of a... Can't really... Alright, I guess just trust. I guess if you just fall down, yeah. A little rough. Oh jeez, those guys, they seem like they just spawned into the world there. Oh jeez. Oh. I hate how the spikes, like, send you back. But I guess... shit. I guess they kind of had to do it like that. So you could, like, walk on them with invincibility frames. Let's see, damn. I just love like how this just always somewhere new to go, no matter what direction you go in. They knew it. They knew exactly what they were doing with this area. God, the way they position these enemies to knock you back and everything. The sounds when like the enemies die and stuff is so like kind of gruesome too. It's so squelchy and it's very impactful. Seeing all these blue butterfly flowers, I wonder if that means there's like one of those cocoons nearby, maybe. There it is, yeah. That was what I thought. But it seems like it's just a shortcut. Joni's blessing. Blessed by Joni, the kindly heretic, transfigures vital fluids into blue lifeblood. The barrel of a healthier shell and can take more damage while the not be able... Ah, that's really interesting. So it's like if you just don't want the healing mechanic and want to play it more like a traditional game. This is so cool looking. Yeah, talk about like that dark fairy tale vibe. This exudes it right now. And there's like, I just love how there's some story here. There's like, what do they call them? The kindly heretic. So it's like somebody, maybe it's somebody who rebelled against the king or something, and this is like their tomb. Yeah, again, very much reminds me of just like a weird little thing you'd find in like Link's Awakening. I know I'm like comparing everything to Zelda, but Sometimes I can't help it. I just love Zelda so much. And again, this game has given me a lot of those. Oh, I hate that I just did that. I don't want to destroy the beautiful flowers. Sorry. Yeah, it's just giving me a lot of those just feeling of just kind of that mysterious whimsy and discovery. Yeah, and I love how that's like, it's just a unique little area, right? Just this unique little place where you just find that special item. I love when stuff in games is just like allowed to be this unique thing that's not like repeated. And maybe that will be repeated, but I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping that's just like a cool, unique little mysterious place. So we don't have the shortcut back. Okay, yeah, I hope so. And it wasn't her grave, it was just one of the plants. It was just very pretty. I didn't want to... I don't have my... Yeah, I'll keep it off for a while. I love not having a HUD. Alright, where to next? You know what, I do gotta stop, so I'm just gonna go to the bench over there. I gotta, have to eat something. Gotta eat a little snacky. It was her in her grave cave? What do you mean? Alright, we got that. What was this again? Just a lot of like kind of graves around and corpses and bug shells. It's like, again, it's like whimsical, but there's like that darker side. But it's like a ruined kingdom too, so that's what they're going for. Oh, okay, yeah. It was, yeah, it's technically, it's part of her tomb. Yeah, so I guess you're right, it was a part of it. Anyway, that was a really cool little moment. But, yeah, plant. Alright, so I think, I gotta make sure it saves. Yeah, I gotta go eat something, so... Didn't make a ton of progress. Well, I explored most of the crystal area. I fought that one mini boss. I kind of I like to like sum up what I did. Yeah, just found this cool area Just, you know, I did not expect to find an area just going back to the very beginning of the game. I thought that was so cool. I wonder if there might be like another way to get here from like the bottom route. I'm not sure. I'd have to think about the design there. And yeah, we found a spin attack, which I forgot I actually had. I have to try that more. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, still loving this game. Just so much that it's doing with its exploration and everything. I got two. Oh yeah, I got the dash. That's right. I know. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I say that a lot. Like, oh, I had to make a lot of progress. I just feel like what I mean by that is I feel like I didn't. I kind of just like explored that one area, but I guess that's fine. I don't know. Maybe it's also because the game. It just doesn't have traditional progress, so it kind of like always feels like there's so much more to do. I think that's what it is. The game feels really big and just mysterious, and there's so much to it. So I think that's kind of what it is. But yeah, you're right. I did make progress. Okay, all right. I'm gonna end it there. Thanks for hanging out, Gian. It's good to see you, and I hope you have a great evening. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST again. And okay. Thanks any lurkers, anyone. Thanks for watching. Take care.